You know, one thing I love most about the spring? It's the colors, sis. I talked a bit about the best spring colors a few weeks ago, and now I want to take it a step further and talk about the palettes you use to create for your backdrop. Contrary to what you think you know, all palettes are not created equal, right? It's a time and space for everything, and I'm going to show you how to create a palette for your spring backdrops that you can use for any event this year. As a bonus, I'm also going to show you an example of one in action, right? My name is Precious Stevens, and I'm an event professional business consultant who teaches current and aspiring event planners and designers how to monetize their creative skills and scale their event planning and design business, right? Are you ready to step your game up and create a bomb-looking backdrop color palette for the spring? Make sure you watch this video all the way through so you can get some great tips on how you can make more money this spring season. Now, before we get into the color palette process, do your girl a solid favor and click the subscribe button. And while you're at it, hit that notification bell so you always have access to the latest and greatest in the world of premium draping. Now that we've got that taken care of, let's hop into the best way to pick the perfect spring color palettes for your backdrops. Now, tip number one is always going to be your client's request, right? Now, first, I want to quickly go through how to go about creating a palette itself. I know you want to exercise your creative control, sis, but there are levels to this. And the first level is remembering who you're doing the backdrop for in the first place. Now, in other words, don't leave your client completely out of the mix. Always make sure that you give them an opportunity to let you know what some of their favorite spring colors are. You might even realize that you're reinventing the wheel from scratch when you really don't have to do so. Not to mention, you might also learn colors that they don't like as well in the process. Tip number two, trending colors. Secondly, you want to take a look at the industry and current trends for inspiration. We want to work smarter here, not harder in the pipe and drape streets, right? Well, use the technology that we have been blessed with for inspiration, which is Pinterest. Competitors and even some home decorating magazines can all be great sources of inspiration for your spring color palette. Remember the colors I mentioned to you the other day that were best for the spring? Look for palettes that have those same colors. I'm talking your yellows, your limes, your oranges, your pastels, those types of eye-popping color palettes, right? Also, keep the Pantone color of the year front of mind. Many people want to choose this color anyway for their event simply because it's trending. Not to mention any holidays that are in season, such as Easter, right? I created a backdrop in a box called the unicorn that you can see right here, and that is perfect for this event. The link to that bundle is below if you're looking to purchase it and make it your own. You can always add your personal spin to it, but guess what? It's a great starting point for those that are struggling with the design concept. At the same time, keep the mood you're trying to create in mind as well. Think of the occasion for the backdrop. Example, you may not want a bright yellow color palette for a baby shower that's for a little boy, right? And you want to think of what mood you want everyone to feel when they look at your masterpiece. That will help you a good bit with creating the perfect springtime palette as well. Now for tip number three, that is going to be the color wheel suggestions, right? If you still want to create something for yourself, kind of semi from scratch, then I just got the tool for you. It's called cooler.co, and it's the best for creating complementing and supplementing color palettes, right? You can test out different combinations and see which ones catches your eye. I use it a lot when I just need a little bit more inspiration for creating. And if I'm trying to create something that's really going to stand out, that's a great tool that I use all the time. Let's take this backdrop for a second. This is my student Tonice, and she designed this in class, one of my draping master classes. I simply added some floral print and a ball garland to wow this design, right? Now we also see some analogous colors, including the lime, the aqua, and the teal. It flows really, really well together. And in the spirit of spring, she has the flowers in the very back, making it clear that we're going for a floral theme. The gradient accent colors are also an eye catcher, right? Making it a smooth transition between the shades of green and blue. And lastly, for some razzle dazzle, the sequins help to complete the look, right? So I hope you're ready to tackle your spring inspired designs. Don't forget to like this video and let me know in the comments if this was helpful. So that's the crash course for making a color palette for your spring backdrops. In case you didn't hear, I launched a new spring line April the 1st, and that's going to give you the best fabrics to use at all your spring events, right? So make sure you click the link in the description to grab a few pieces to add to your inventory. So now that you know how to create beautiful spring palettes, right? The next step will be to compare textures. Now, Just because it says sequin doesn't mean they're all the same. And just because it stretches a little doesn't mean you treat them all in the same aspect and put them in the same areas on your backdrop. We'll talk more about that next week on Monday, so I hope you have the notification bell on for a reminder when it goes live. But hey, I get it. What if you're not ready to buy fabric just yet and you need to start off with your hardware first? I want you to check out my other videos on our Posh draping kits, right? Because there is something for everyone. This way, you'll be sure to get the right one. The video not only shows installation, but also which ones I recommend and why. Simply put, Posh Academy is your one-stop shop for all your premium draping needs. Everything is listed below for you, no matter if you're looking for draping kits, fabric, education, a draping community where you can share your work and get awesome feedback. Everything is listed in the description. So check out the links below and don't forget to like this video and let me know in the comments if you found it to be helpful. Also, what video you'd like to see me create in the future. Reminder, our next goal is to gain 50,000 new subs. But guess what? I need your help to do so. So all you have to do is share this video with your creative friends. Trust me, they will love you for it. Don't be a part of the community that have great resources and guess what? They never share them, right? Be the change that you want to see. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys on the inside.